been 25 years since we did these concerts, and I don't think we would have had a grasp of what it was until it's time to get all the pieces together and start digging through them and literally opening the vaults.
It's like discovering Tutankhamun's tomb.
Yeah, we're all Howard Carter.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, we're proud of it, and we want to give it its due respect.
It was such fun to do at the time. It's infectious.
Absolutely.
It takes you on a journey. 25 years. It's wild to think about.
But it doesn't sound 25 years. It sounds like it's right now.
We had toured with Robert Plant on our first tour, and a couple of years later, we were in London, and we were doing a couple of nights at the Royal Albert Hall, and Robert's like, can I bring Jimmy down? And we were like, we'd love to meet Jimmy, of course. Yeah. And we just hit it off like that.
It was really good for me to meet them because I really admired them from the recording work that they'd done. They're definitely from the same school I come from.
We were talking.
A couple of days later,
we
you
were
flew
in
to
Paris.
Yeah.
And that was the first time you
got
got
up
and
and
yeah, okay.
It was good because, you know, the encore comes up.
We're going to play some blues for you.
And I got to say, oh, by the way.
I know he doesn't need an introduction, but it sounds good saying it, Mr. Jimmy Page.
And the place just like goes absolutely mental. Like, we were having a pretty good gig, yeah. Like just on our own, you know what I mean? But then to like have him come out.
They're a band that clearly understood its roots and knew its roots. So there was already a bond as far as I was concerned.
Jimmy Page!
And then it was suggested, hey, what about coming over to do some more stuff with the guys? And I went, yeah, absolutely.
The first song we did was In My Time of Dying.
Well, that's brave, wasn't it?
We were like forged by fire into that.
Chris's vocals, I mean, I was really knocked out by that. And he was doing his improvisational passages, which is totally natural to him. And the young man over here, his guitar player, he's come up with some amazing riffs. It just sounded like a great band. That's what I thought.
Well, those are cool, man. We got those down. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So then it was going to be, as opposed to just hustling a few jams together, it's going to be something on a more epic panoramic scale, really. We're going to do a little bit of blues, and we're going to do some of the Zeppelin stuff. And I'm really looking forward to playing on their stuff.
Then we moved to Roseanne,
in New York, which was really cool.
So, Ed, you're going to take a piano solo, Lemon Song?
I could feel the audience backstage. Like, for the first time, I'd never felt anything like it. Like, you could literally feel the excitement leaking into our dressing room that night. I was like, man, it was electric. It really was electric. And then when we went out, there was an explosion. It was just like people lost their minds. You know, we're here to show the ultimate respect to Jimmy and his work, you know what I mean? That's why we were like, we're not going to mess this up for him, you know?
And God knows, we had messed some shit up. I mean, but now we're playing this music that is holy to some people, like, you know what I mean?
Composition of those songs, like a song like 10 Years Gone is still, you know, stunning to me. It's just huge. It's symphonic.
Bright stars of fortune, each have
10 Years Gone was something I'd worked on at home. It had all this sort of guitar orchestration on it. But I'd never heard it like that apart from on record, because in the days of Zeppelin, I'd try and do as much as I could just with the one guitar. Suddenly I heard all these harmonies going on. It was like I died and gone to heaven, and I mean this for sure. It was a really emotional moment. He's singing it beautifully with so much emotion.
We were truly in flight. Jimmy was really having a good time, and he was really into it. Then we knew we're really in the groove.
From my point of view, it was absolutely incredible. I mean, there was not going to be a Led Zeppelin for me, so it was really, it was parallel. I'm not going to say it's the next best thing. It was absolutely parallel, because it had all the augmentation of all the guitar parts and more. I'm playing their stuff as well, having a great time.
She Talks to Angels, our maybe signature song, definitely our most popular song. And Jimmy adding something that was different took on something else musically. She Talks to Angels was never the same after that, because he elevated this thing of, oh, this is what it could be.
She never mentions the word addiction in certain company. Yeah, she'll tell you she's an old one after meet her family.
And the B-bender part he played on Angels, I was like, fuck. I forgot about how good that was. It was amazing. Oh man, it was so fun.
Keep a locked up hand in a pocket.
He introduces this country twang into this gorgeous Crow song. It's sort of a sound that you immediately relate to Jimmy. He's the guy that introduced the B-bender to rock and roll.
Jimmy's contribution changed that song for us subsequently for the next 25 years. It really gave us another outlook on the song.
That's what we were doing. We were creating on. What it comes down to is the Zeppelin music is really good to play, but their music's really good to play as well. If you put these two things together, then you're really cooking. And then we sort of mutated things, like In the Light, we mutated from the original. On every single song that's on there, there's different reflection to what it was originally.
Yeah, In the Light to me was one of those that was so amazing to play.
When Jimmy has suddenly got this palette of color, which are these three great guitar players and this wonderful keyboard player in Eddie Harsh, he was able to embrace some of those songs that would have been difficult to play live. These are heaven sent, this kind of music.
By the time we got to the Greek, we were just ripping it up. The rafters are still ringing 25 years later after those two nights.
That was so cool to hear it back fresh with these new mixes. It was like, wow. we were that good. In fact, we were better than ever I could think that it possibly was.
I think these new mixes really are superior than the first one.
Yeah. Everybody, every single person who was on the stage was just bringing that extra element. It's all there to be heard and experienced.
Yeah.
That's the
totally.
point. You know, you're going to feel like you're there, that you've been there.